Let us finally talk about the legendary modern decks. Now, allegedly it was leaked the other day, but we have full set list thanks to openings on YouTube. And let's get it looking at it and let's talk about it. So these are three pre-constructed decks for Sky Striker, Mitsurugi, and X-Saber, and they have a lot of powerful reprints in them, along with many cards being imported. Sky Strikers are getting 5, and also X-Sabers are getting 5 on top of that. Then we also have Mitsurugi here because it was one of the best decks and is still considered a very good deck currently. But it was one of the best decks of last year, going from Mitsurugi Ryzeal into Pure into the Yummy variant. So it's nice seeing that they're finally reprinting these cards, and let's get right into it. Now, in these decks, you get the three decks along with a pack of additional secret rares, which I don't have a full list because we're still missing one of the secret rares. So for the Mitsurugi side, we have Aramasa and Saji, Habakiri, Murakumo, and Mitsurugi Ritual. Then for the Sky Striker size, you have Reinforcement of the Army, not the alternate art version though. You have Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, the alternate artwork, Sky Striker Ace Camellia, Sky Striker Ace Shizuku, and Rei. Both Shizuku and Rei are in the alternate art. I feel like they kind of blundered on Reinforcements of the Army, not giving us the Sky Striker artwork from the promotional book that the OCG received. I think it was like last year or the year before that. But supposedly we have 4 of the 5 secret rares for the X-Saber decks, being double X-Saber Fultrol, double X-Saber Hyunli, X-Saber Gotham, and Mistworm. So I do hope that we finally get to see the last secret rare sometime soon. But we also have the additional secret rare that you get in each deck, which they do mention that down here, that each deck gets 3 secret rares, and that is Kusanagi, Linkage, and Gotham's E-Call. So seeing in Gotham's E-Call a secret rare version is quite nice, and this is the proof for the 3 there, while there's plenty of videos out that has the secret rares as well. But let's talk about what's inside the decks and point out a few of the notable cards. So first off, we're going to be looking at the Mitsurugi side. So Mitsurugi, you're getting your full package of the 1 Habakiri, the 1 Futsu, the 3 Murakumo, the Mukoto, with the 1 Kusanagi, the 3 Aramasa, and 3 Saji, because Aramasa and Saji are the best ones that you can run, while Kusanagi is an optional one that I see many players jump back between 0 and 1. We have the 1 Wosu, the 1 Night Sword Serpent. This is a really useful reprint. Also, the 1 Manju of the 10,000 Hands. This is a great reprint as well because a lot of players were running 1 copy of it. I've seen some on 2 or 3, because honestly, having a way to get into the Habakiri is always great to have. And we also have straight up there 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, which is a very great a great thing just to have, just additional copies of Ashes. And realistically, I always just have a playset off to the side just in case if I want to play a deck just for fun or play in Genesis so I don't have to deal with swapping between. Next up, we have the Mitsurugi Prayers. There's 3 of them, and one of them is foiled. Then we have 2 rituals, and the mirror and ritual. I think 1 ritual and 1 mirror are foiled, and some of the other cards are also foiled within this deck. Then we also have the 1 Magatama, the 1 Sacred Boundary. I don't know why that's there. No one really runs it. 3 Preparation Rite, which is always good to have a playset of. Pot of Extravagance and Forbidden Droplet as well. Extravagant has been seen play here and there, which is nice, and then Forbidden Droplet is absolutely amazing to see as a common once again from the previous legendary decks. Then we have Mitsurugi Tempest, no one runs that, but Mitsurugi Great Purification is in here, which honestly is a really good reprint. And then 3 Infinite Impermanence, rounding out your staples. And honestly, even though that there's 2 cards in here that you don't really play, it makes up with the additional card that you get, and also the bonus pack that you get. So honestly, that's really nice. Then the extra, you have 2 Dynamondo, 2 Dark, 2 SP, and 2 IP. All of these are common. It is so weird seeing common SP, Little Knight, and IP Masquerade, but it's always great to have those on the side. They're probably going to be a couple bucks anyways, and this is still a really great product for the value that it has. You have 1 Typhon, even though it just got an ultimate rare print. Honestly, a common print is great for formats like Common Charity for those who do still run it. Galaxy has Photon Lord, that's still gonna run a couple dollars, even though it has reprints here and there. Light Dragon Adignister is always useful to have, just in case, along with a copy of Dugaris. If you are missing one from like your Lunalight decks, this is a great way just to have an additional copy, along with Baguska, Tornado Dragon, and Exciton Knight. Honestly, the rank 4s are absolutely amazing, and seeing Galaxy Photon Lord in here is also great to see. Then we have the X-Saber side. We have the imports of Bruno and Pilina, which are brand new ones that are from Terminal World 3 that were imported in this. Then we have reprints of cards like Pashul, Palomuro, Airbellum, Darksoul, Bogart Knight, Ember's Blade. They actually reprinted Double X Saber Garsum. This was a card that didn't have a reprint at all, and it was originally from Absolute Power Force. And this card did see a buyout not too long ago, but seeing it has recovered, and honestly, it's great that this card specifically has been reprinted because it didn't have a reprint for the past 16 years. We have Double X Saber Full Helm and Ragigura, and you get 4 total copies of Full Troll, so 3 in the main deck, and you can have the option of seeing a secret rare version. And this deck also has 1 of each of the Molcharmies. Another great way of having additional value, which honestly, from the Legendary 5Ds decks, they're still holding about $7-8 a piece. So that's a lot of your value back, but we're going to see how this affects them, because honestly, seeing them constantly hard hit reprint them is great to see for accessibility for the players. Now for the spell cards, you have Saber Combination, Godam Second Call, Saber Slash, Fire Formation Tenki, that's always great to have. Emergency Teleport, because your Felina is a level 3 Psychic, I think it was, or that might be Bruno. One of the two. You also have other cards like Small World, Pot of Prosperity, Triple Tactics Talent, and Thrust, and Call by the Grave. They give you the suite of the 3, which is honestly really nice. Godam's Emergency Calls in here as a secret rare and also as a common, but I think it's only secret. But one of the cards that everyone is excited for is Saber Hole. Now, Saber Hole, if you guys don't know, is another card. This is a card that hasn't had a reprint since, again, 2010, and it's finally getting a reprint, which is nice for players who want to play Edison or any other passive format that involves X-Saber. But also on top of that, it's always just great to have, just in case if X-Sabers ever become meta. Along with Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon is nice to see. And then the extra, you have X-Saber Godams, Commander Souza, Double X-Saber Godam, and then you have Herbelm, so the normal Souza, because they made a new Commander Souza. The Double X-Saber Hunley, we have Nachiria Barkion Beast, Mistworm, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Black Rose Dragon, Cloud Castle, Supreme Sovereign Chenying, and Ravenous Crocodragon Arcathes. In my honest opinion, I definitely think that Mistworm should have been something else, but it does match the time period when these cards were being played, so that's really cool to see. Then we have the Sky Strikers. So we have 3 Ray, and you can also pull the alternate artwork in Secret Rare for the Sky Striker Ace Ray. You have Sky Striker Rose, along with an import of Adhill Saber. This one was a card that they didn't even mention in the product page, and it kind of was a card that we're like, oh, this would be cool getting imported in here, but we don't know if it will. But this has been a major one of in the OCG for a lot of the Sky Striker decks, and this is a battle phase, because during the battle phase, quick effect, you can discard this card, then target a Sky Striker monster on the field, it gains 1500 attack. And if a monster special summoned while this card's in your graveyard, you can target a Sky Striker Link monster you control and equip this card as an equip spell, and it gives it an additional 1500 attack. So really, it can out things like Liger Dancer. It makes it a little more easier to go against the whole entire Lunalight deck, and it definitely gives more advantage during the battle phase if you have a Shizuku or Kagari on field with this card equipped or getting boosted by the attack. So I could definitely see that this card is going to be a mainstead staple going into the future. Then we also have 2 Nibiru the Primal Being. For the other cards, we have Sky Striker Mobilizing Gauge, which also is getting reprinted as an alternate art, which is honest as normal art as common, but the alternate art is secret rare, so that tracks a lot. We have Afterburner, Jamming Wave, Multi-Roll, Area Zero, Hercules Base, Lumen's Gate is in here, going from ultra rare to common. Then you also have Eagle Booster, Hornet Drone, Shark Cannon, Widow Anchor, and 2 copies of Linkage because 1 copy is a secret rare. Then you have the 1 Rhoda, which also comes in secret rare. You have Upstart Goblin, Harpy's Feather Duster, Raigeki, Talent Thrust, Call by the Grave, Lightning Storm. That is a lot of board breaker, and I'm surprised that they didn't put something like Foolish Burial Goods and Metal Foes Fusion in here, but a lot of Sky Striker players don't really use that anymore. They could have also put something like Upstart Goblins in here. They could have put something on the lines of, I don't know. There's not really like Mystical Space Typhoon if they really wanted to, but realistically, that would have been funny or silly. Then we have, for the extra deck, you have the Sky Striker Ace Amatsu, the brand new Link monster, along with 2 Kagari, 2 Shizuku, 2 Hayate, 1 Kaina, 1 Zeke, 1 Sky Striker Ace equals 0. This was a secret rare and it got reprinted as a common. That is absolutely funny, and honestly, I feel sad for some Sky Striker players. We have Sky Striker Ace Azalea being in here as a common as well, and Camilla, I believe, is an ultra rare that is also rarity bumped to a secret Starlight. You have Surgical Striker Spectra and 1 Combined Maneuver Engage 0, which also comes in ultra rare, and then you also get the Sky Striker Ace token. So overall, what do I think about these legendary decks? They hit it out of the park, like the last time, with a lot of the great reprints. They gave you 1 deck that you could play for fun, and 2 decks that are actually pretty competitive. I will personally be picking up 3 of these because I would really love to have playsets of all the cards in it. And because a lot of things like, 1 Futsu, you might just need 2 others in the future, or just a second copy just in case. Or even stuff like in the Sky Striker and X-Saber stuff, you only get 2, well, some of them you do need 3 of. Especially if you look at the Sky Striker side, there's the extra cards, like you would want 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, and probably 2 copies of Zero. So there's that, and also just sharing staples between multiple decks is really, really taxing. So having enough staples for multiple decks is always nice to have. But tell me what you think about these new Sky Striker or the Legendary Modern decks 2026 down in the comments below, as honestly, I cannot wait to see what else there is to come in the future. But anyways, I've been BoltSpider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye. Thank you all for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell to get notified whenever I upload. I would also like to thank FGH and Dragon's God 679 for supporting the channel through the channel memberships, as it's only 99 cents a month, and you can also join my Discord server, which is down in the description of every video that I post. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and goodbye.